Jannik Sinner is the top male player in the world right now, having just won the Australian Open for the second time in a row, which is his third Grand Slam trophy overall. Even though his performances on the court have been great, some have pointed out that his play style can be a bit boring. That's something that has been said about other players in the past as well. Tennis is simply a sport of varying styles of play. For former player Arnaud Clément, the claim is rather baseless because it heavily depends on what you enjoy as a tennis viewer. After all, the boring detraction has been used against Novak Djokovic himself, and he's now widely accepted as the greatest tennis player of all time. Clément repeated those assertions during a recent appearance on the French version of Eurosport, where he remembered that the boring claim was made about Djokovic as well. His own assertion of it being fabulous could certainly be tied to him being a former player who might appreciate the nuances of Sinner's play a bit more. After all, those who have been vocally the most supportive of Sinner have been former players, such as Andy Roddick, who has heavily praised him in the past. Jannik Sinner's play style: Jannik Sinner is generally considered a very aggressive baseliner. That means he plays most of his points from his baseline, which is true. What makes this new version of the Italian so much better than before is his ability to pick and choose his spots to be aggressive. He still hasn't lost his ability to hit any kind of winner from any kind of position. He still does that. He simply chooses the moment to do so. He's way more patient than before, thanks in part to being in better physical shape, so he can afford to play longer rallies. He's become so good at this type of play that some have called it robot-like, and it truly is that way. It's so meticulously precise that it's borderline perfect.